Hello and welcome back to the Champions League Challenge on Football Manager 2022, where we are in charge of Steaua Bucharest in the second tier of the Romanian leagues in Liga 2. Now, since the last episode where we faced Unirea Slavoția and Politehnica Timișoara, we've played 4 games off camera, and we'll quickly run through the results because today's going to be a triple live com episode. It's the final 3 games of the season that we're going to show you today. So we started things off with a 3-2 victory over Concordia Chiajna. Huiban, Pasionel and Niakshu were all getting the goals in this game. The first 2 goals were headers, and then they were followed up by Niakshu's goal, which was the final goal of the game and was an absolute screamer, which you're about to see here. So the ball gets headed out to Zaharia. He plays it across to Niakshu and he just smashes it past the keeper to get us the win in our opening game since the last episode. We then had a very poor time against Hermannstadt. Wallace got himself sent off for a stupid second yellow card for a bookable offence, and then it was just game over. There was an own goal late on as well. Balbarau, it's ridiculous. Words can't describe. So you can see it for yourself now. Buhakianu with a shot, and then what's that? I'm sure Beta kicks that, to be fair, off Balbarau, which is just stupid. It's ridiculous either way. We then turned things around with a 3-2 victory over Universitatea Cluj. Unfortunately, Bogdan Ciperli picked up a pretty major injury before this game, so he's going to be out until the end of the season, basically. He might be able to return just in time for the final game, but it's touch and go at the minute. 2 goals from Barbilescu and a penalty from Buhoescu getting us the 3-2 victory in the end, despite going behind twice in this one. And then we've just played the away game against Unirea Slavoția and battered them by 5-2. They tried to keep up with us, equalising pretty soon after both of our first 2 goals, but then we just ran away with it. Pasionel, particularly impressive considering he's not had many starts for us this season, and it was an excellent 5-2 victory. And that leaves the league table looking like this as we head into the final 3 games of the season. We are still top of the table on 55 points, level on points with second place Concordia Chiajna, 6 points clear of the playoff places. A victory in our first game will confirm our promotion to Liga 1 next season, and then it'll just be a case of pushing on to try and win the title. But of course, first we have to win the first game, and that first game is against Concordia Chiajna. So of course we played them off camera and we won 3-2. Hopefully we can repeat that today. One thing I do want to show you just before we get into the game is the relegated teams. So they get split into 2 groups. I didn't realise this when I was looking through the rules at the start of the season, but that's how it happens. And you can see Astra Giurgiu just clearly were always going to get relegated with the points deduction that they got. They were relegated after, I think, 1 game of the relegation group. Sixareda are in for a playoff place. Unirea Constanța and Dunărea Calarași are both relegated as well, with the final, 2 playoff places up for grabs and a relegation place as well. So this is the lineup that we're going to go with for the first of today's 3 games against Concordia Chiajna. We've got Raul Balbarau in goal, Ainut Mitran at right back, Nenad Lalic and Wallace in central defence. Dean Bates has picked up an injury in the day before this game. He's tore his pectoral muscles, he's injured. He's pulled his pectoral muscles, not torn them. So he's going to miss this game. He might be back in time for the second of today's games. Will definitely be available for selection for the third of today's games. At left back, we've got Nick. Right midfield, we've got Claudiu Danos. In centre midfield, we've got Valentin Barbilescu and Liviu Bajinaru. And then Cosmin Atanas on the left with Vasil Buhoescu and Emilian Pasionel up front. I'm keeping Emilian Pasionel in the squad because of his performance last time out. Dragos Huiban is no longer fatigued, which was the reason that he didn't play in the previous game. But we need to reward Pasionel for his performance last time out. So here we go, big game. Whoever wins this confirms their place as the first of the promoted sides. We could both technically earn promotion today if we draw this and the teams below us both drop points. So it's going to be an interesting one. A very early highlight here. The long ball forward to Pasionel, who looked a tad offside, but we'll keep going with it. He's trying to round the keeper. Pulls it back to Buhoescu. Danos is there and it's blocked by the defender. Danos has still got the ball though. It's headed away. Bajinaru's got it on the edge of the box and he has to play that backwards to our left back Nick. And the chance has gone, but a very nice early opportunity for us there. So it's a bit of a cagey affair so far, just that one highlight in the first half. We've got a few players that I'm looking at possibly taking off. Barbilescu, Atanas and Pasionel all on poor ratings. Bajinaru and Wallace are on yellow cards as well. We really don't want to get a sending off So we're going to bring Dragos Huben on for Passionel up front. We're going to take Atanas off and bring Zaharia on the left side of midfield. And then Robert Niaksu is going to come on for Bajanaru in the centre of midfield. 3 substitutions at half-time. Hopefully they can do the business for us. Chance now for Concordia. Or not. Nick intercepts nicely, but that's going to be back with Concordia, and it's Borta with possession for them. Now Mark plays it all the way back to their goalkeeper, who's probably going to hit this long. He plays it short instead to their centre-back, and now Alexa's got it. Can we win the ball high up the field, or is this going to be a Concordia opportunity? Slow build-up play, long ball forward, that one actually. Voiku is going to chase it, and he's probably going to get it on the left-hand side. Ball into the box, Popescu's there, Balbarau. Balbarau? No, Balbarau is his name. He comes and collects it nicely and then plays a long ball forward towards Huiban, who flicks it down to Buharescu, and this could be our opportunity now. It's Dragos Huiban. Can he score? He's pulled it wide. That could have been the moment. Free kick for Concordia though. Popescu to take it. Many men up there to head it, and it's one of them that gets it. I didn't see the name of him, but he hits the post, and then it's cleared somehow, and we've got away with one there. We're going to make a couple more changes. So Mitran is going to move to centre-back for the yellow-carded Wallace, simply because I don't want another sending off. Orion's going to come on for Wallace, and then, if we can, Popper's going to come on for Denos. I think that's all of our subs. I think we're allowed 5 substitutions in this league. But we've got 15 minutes left to try and get a goal, but definitely make sure that we don't concede. Because as you can see on the right-hand side, we are still top as Barbilescu has a free kick. He hits it straight off the wall, but he's going to get the ball back here and an opportunity to get the ball in the box possibly from this right-hand side. He does so. Huiban's there, and Huiban scored. He's offside. He's offside. Dragos Huiban, for a moment, I thought that was the moment, but it wasn't. Barbilescu crosses it in, and there's about 4 of them offside there. Huiban, nice finish, but doesn't count. And there's the full-time whistle. So it's a 0-0 draw against second place Concordia. That result's a lot better than a loss, of course. It means that we still have it in our hands to win the title. We're 4 points clear of third place, so a victory in our next game will mean that we are definitely promoted. And then, like I said before, we can push on for the title. I'm just hoping we don't throw it away now. Some bad news ahead of the next game, which is against Politehnica Timisoara. Liviu Bajanaru has picked up an automatic 1-match ban for collecting 9 yellow cards this season. So he is going to miss the next match in centre midfield. It's fine. We've got Niaksu. We've got Stefan Passionel. They can both cover for him. But it's probably disappointing for him. And another player that might miss the next game, Nenad Lalic, he picked up a tight calf in training, so we might possibly have to play Beta if he's back recovered for this one. So here we are for our second game of the episode against Politehnica Timisoara, and today could be promotion day in Romanian Liga 2 with both ourselves and Concordia Chiajna just 1 point away from confirming automatic promotion to the top tier of Romania for next season. We'll keep an eye on their game as well as ours, but hopefully we just do what we need to do to get ourselves promoted, and then we can focus on, as I've said like 3 times this episode, I think, we can focus on the title. So we are going to make a few changes for this game. We have, of course, that forced change of taking Bajanaru off because of his suspension, but I'm going to bring Darius Orion back into the side in place of Mitran at right back. We will keep Lalic and Wallace together at centre-back because Lalic is actually fine for this game despite that injury worry that we had. Nick is okay at left-back. Denos is fine at right midfield as well. Barbilescu will be alongside Robert Niaksu in central midfield today. Left midfield, Cosmin Atanas can stay there. And then we will bring Dragos Huiban back into the first team. And we'll replace Bajanaru with someone on the bench. So just a point required today. A victory, of course, would keep us in touch with Concordia Chiajna, who got off to a great start in their game. They're 1-0 up, but we are looking a bit under the cosh here. It's Mero with a header, and it's a great save. No, it hit the bar. A very early opportunity for our opponents there. Balbarau with a goal kick. Can we have a chance as we are playing in our yellow kit today? Huiban tries to knock that on, but that's the keeper's come and collected that and launched a long ball forward towards Jirbi, who takes it down nicely and is in the box now. We need to make sure he doesn't get a chance to go inside. He tried to, but it was blocked, and now Denos comes away with the ball for us, and it's end-to-end stuff here in the opening 10 minutes of this match. Buharescu with the ball over to Huiban. and that's headed away by the defenders. And Andre has it now. Plays it forward to JB. And he plays it back to Andre. We've got back into our position as well, but it looks like there's still an opportunity on, but they've given the ball away now, and Wallace has it at the back for us. Lalic at centre-back, forward to the centre midfielder Barbilescu, and Buhawescu's come deep for it and plays it out wide right to Danos. Now, can Danos get a ball into the box? He decides not to try and beat his defender and plays it to Orion. Barbilescu back to Danos. Danos is in the box, and Danos has hit the post. It almost rhymes. Throw in. Bodistianu plays that back to Ignier. And again, nearly Danos with a good tackle, but that's a great effort on goal, and it's just sails over the top of the crossbar. We're being completely dominated in this game, but we've got a corner. It's Barbilescu to take it. It's headed away, but Atanas is there to collect it for us. He's running forward with it. He takes a shot. It's blocked. It's going to fall to Wallace, who's on the left-hand side. Pulls that back to Nick, the left back, inside to Niaksu, who takes a shot and he scores! Robert Niaksu with a stunning finish to make it 1-0 completely against the run of play. He's scored a few of those this season. He's not played very many times, but when he has, he's managed to find something in his locker to just smash a ball into the back of the net. It's Nick with the assist, Niaksu with a touch to get the ball out of his foot, and then smashes it to the goalkeeper's left, right into the top corner of the goal. No chance for him to save it, and we're 1-0 up, so we're back on top of the table. And we could have another opportunity here, or it could be one for Politenica Timisoara. Long ball forward from their goalkeeper towards Jerby, but Lalic wins that in the air nicely. Now Danos has got it to Niaksu. Buhawescu, ball forward looking for Huiban. It's a nice ball as well. Huiban's been taken out wide left, but he's got a chance to get the ball in. Barbilescu's there, and it's 2-0. Valentin Barbilescu doubles the score, and it's an excellent finish. And we're now looking pretty good for a victory today and for clinching promotion in our first season with the club. It was Huiban with the ball on the left-hand side. Nice pass along the ground to Barbilescu, who does hit it straight at the keeper. Keeper should arguably do a better job, but it does somehow find its way into the back of the net. It's Onea with the ball on the left-hand side for Politenica Timisoara. Ball forward towards JB, headed away by Lalic. He's done well in the air today. Finds Danos. Danos with a through ball looking for Huiban. Huiban's in, and it's a great save from Murariu. It's a struggle, some of these names. Really is. But what isn't a struggle, seemingly, is the opportunity for victory today. We're 2-0 up as we get to half-time. And now Cosma Atanas is having a pretty poor game, despite looking pleased out there. So we're going to take him off. We'll bring on Alexandru Zaharia at left midfield. But I was going to say other than that, we don't need to do anything. But I've just seen Orion. There's on a yellow card and apparently deserved it. So we're going to take him off. And we're going to bring on Kalantaru. He's not had... We can't bring on Kalantaru. Ignore that. I don't think we can even bring on Mitran, can we? Well, we can. He must be an under-20. It's almost the end of the season and I've still not worked out the rules for this league. But Mitran is on for Orion, who was on a yellow card. So 2 changes at half-time. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up too much and we can continue to add to the scoreline. And hope that Constantin? No, that's not their name. Concordia Chiajna somehow have the game turned around on them and end up losing as a ball is played very scarily back to our goalkeeper, who's made a few mistakes this season. And he plays a long ball to Huiban, though. No mistake there. Ball on the left-hand side. Huiban, can he get a ball in? He pulls it back instead to Zaharia. He gets the ball in. Buhawescu's there. And it's 3-0. It's his 9th goal of the season. It was a beautiful ball pulled back to the far post by Zaharia. And Buhawescu, from about 2 yards out, just nods it into the back of the net. It was Huiban who got the ball on the left-hand side from the goalkeeper's long ball. He stopped on the byline, pulled it back to Zaharia, took a touch, long ball to the back post, and Buhawescu is there for a very easy finish. He's doing a funky chicken in celebration as well, which I can get behind. I can get behind that fully. Throw-in for Politenica. It's Radu with the ball for them. Plays it back to the throw-in taker, Sofran. Now Ignair, that would be a great challenge if Danos can do it. It's maybe not a great challenge. That is a 2-footed tackle. So Claudio Danos has been sent off. It's a good job we're 3-0 up. So we're gonna change the formation to this. Huiban seems to be all right in attacking centre midfield. So we'll put him as a shadow striker. We'll change Buhawescu to a target forward on support. And just hope that Barbilescu, who will change to a centre midfielder on support as well, hope that he doesn't get sent off as well. In fact, to stop that, we're going to bring Passienel on for him because we don't want to go down to 9 men. We'll not do anything to change the tactic because sometimes it has more of a negative effect by going more defensive when you've lost a player. And first highlight since the sending off, Muraru with a long ball forward. That's going to be won by Zaharia, but he somehow just doesn't realise that he's got plenty of time and decides to head it straight back to the Polytechnica defenders, who have it now at the back with Skutaru. He plays a long ball forward. Lalic wins it in the air though, and we can get on the attack now with Nyaksu, who's been moved out wide to the right with his formational change. Lalic has it again at the back. Plays that to his central defensive partner Wallace, and Nick is in some space at left back, forward to Zaharia. Played to Huiban, who drops deep. Long ball forward from him. Nice pass as well. Buhawescu is through, and Buhawescu has scored. Who needs 11 players on the pitch? It's an excellent performance, despite going down to 10 men. Buhawescu with a beautiful finish, and that ball to him was just perfect as well from Huiban. Outside of the boot it was, over the top of the defenders. Buhawescu with a touch, and the goalkeeper, positionally wise, was probably not in the right place, but Buhawescu finished it off anyway. Free kick. Centre-back Wallace to take it towards the back post. Lalic is there. He pulls it into the box for Buhawescu. Can he get another? He can't. He plays it to Wallace instead. That's back into the box, headed away by Lazar, but Wallace is going to get it once more, the Brazilian. Huiban's got it on the edge of the box. Plays it to Passionel, and Passionel with an excellent goal. Another one. It's 5-0. We are confirming promotion in some style today. Polytechnica Timisoara don't know what has hit them. Wallace with a lot of the ball in this move. He finds Huiban, who assists it to Passionel to smash it past the keeper. The ball was going so fast that despite the fact it was straight at the keeper, it was past him before he saw it. Muraru with a long goal kick once more. Nick takes it down this time, and he's got time to find a pass to Zaharia. Through ball looking for Buhawescu, but the defender is there to sweep that up. And Polytechnica can come forward with the ball now with Sebi. And now Bodistianu, through ball to Bernoy. Can they get a consolation goal? He's taken out wide, pulls it back to Lazar. Back again to Bodistianu, who shoots, and it's a good save from Balbara, who's not had much to do, or at least we've not seen him do much in the game so far, but it's an excellent save for him when called upon, as Sufran takes the corner for them. Raju's there with a header, and was that in? Was that in? Nick headed it off the line, I thought, but apparently it was in. I don't think we have goal line technology in this league. So we'll see the replay. So the back post, header from Radu. I think it probably was in. That looks, yeah, Nick's not done his job there. Now, Nenad Lalic is looking tired out there, so we're going to take him off. We'll bring on Dean Beta. And a lot of players are looking tired out there, to be fair. Vasil Buhawescu will take him. No, he's on a hat-trick. I can't take him off. We'll just leave it with that one change. Long ball forward from Balbarau is going to get picked up by the Polytechnica defenders, and Scooteroo with the ball forward to Lazar. Now Bernoy finds the left back Uwanair on the left-hand side, running down this left-hand side. Ball in the box. Radu, can he get another one? It's off the bar this time. Corner kick. Polytechnica have woken up, but they've woken up when they're 5-0 down, and we've given away a penalty, which isn't great, but thankfully we're into stoppage time, so even if they score this, it's very unlikely they're going to get 4 goals in stoppage time, but Lazar does put that penalty away, and that's his 3rd goal of the season. They need another 3 in the space of 2 minutes. Don't think it's going to happen somehow. And there is the full-time whistle. Promotion has been confirmed for Steaua Bucharest. It's an excellent moment. Now we just need to go on and try and win the title in the last game of the season. So you can see there, Concordia Chiajna won their game, an early goal from them in the first minute of the game. They didn't manage to get any of the goals after that, and we are both 7 points clear of 3rd place with 1 game left to play, so we are definitely promoted next season. It's just a case of whether it's us that win the league or Concordia Chiajna. And of course, Danos has been banned for 1 match. It did look like a lunge, so I'm not going to appeal. And we'll fine him half a week's wages, which is what we've agreed in the Code of Conduct. Now, the board has set the initial budgets for next season, and they've increased our wage budget by about 3k, but no transfer budget. So it's money's tight at Steaua Bucharest. It's going to be a struggle next season, I imagine. And there's just praise coming from me from all directions. The fans are praising me. The board are praising me despite giving me such terrible ratings throughout the season when we were in the top 6, when that was our expectation to be in the top 6. I had a D grade at one point, but I'm sure that's gone up now. Wallace is happy because we promised that we get promoted. I promised him that we get promoted in like 3 years' time, 2 years' time. I think it was next season when I offered him a contract extension. We've obviously done that a season ahead of the plan, and the board are again delighted that we've achieved one of the objectives, which was planned for the end of the 23-24 season 2 years early. So next up, it's Hermannstadt, and a win in that one can guarantee us the league title. So come on, let's not rest on our laurels, guys. We need to get another victory. One thing I do want to do though is request a new contract. The board are going to get back to me shortly to know of my decision, so I'll keep you up to date on what happens with that. So the board have rejected my request for a new contract. It's curious. Financial position of the club at present is unstable, and thus no one is getting a deal before it's absolutely necessary. Okay, so they're hopefully just going to wait until the end of the season, because if they don't renew my contract after a gained promotion, that's a bit of an odd one. We've got 2 players that are going to miss the last game of the season. In fact, Barbilescu and Orion have picked up 4 yellow cards apiece, so they have a 1-match ban. So here we go. The day has come. It is the final day of the season. Ourselves and Concordia Chiajna are fighting it out to be top dogs in the second tier of Romania and win the league title. They play against our previous opponents, Politehnica Timisoara, who are currently 3rd, and we play against 4th place Hermannstadt. Now we've got 3 suspensions to deal with for this game. 2 of them are our under-19 representatives, so there's going to have to be a new under-19 player that's dragged into the side for this final game of the season. So Ionut Mitran can come in for Darius Orion at right back. What I think we're going to have to do is we're going to have to draft in Konstantin Rusu, who is he's just joined the club basically. He was part of our youth intake, so he can sort of play at right midfield in place of Claudio Donos. And then in centre midfield, Barbilescu will make way, and Passionel can play there. We'll bring Liviu onto the bench for Barbilescu. And we're also going to drop Cosmin Atanas to the bench because he's not been playing well the past few games. So Zaharia is in at left midfield. It's a bit of a weakened side for this final game of the season, but hopefully they can get the job done. It's going to be difficult. Hermannstadt are going to want to stop the party, but hopefully the lads can keep the party going. So here we go. With promotion confirmed, can we confirm the league title today? We'll keep an eye on that game between Concordia Chiajna and Politehnica Timisoara as well. See if anything happens there. Hopefully they get beat and then we don't really have to do anything. And they are getting beat. They're getting beat 2-0 already after 14 minutes in that game. So it's looking positive. First chance of the game. It's a long ball forward from Lavin for Hermannstadt towards Amaded Giso. And Sintian's got it now. Through to Balua. Balua is through on goal. And it's blocked. It's an excellent block from Ionut Mitran there. Just throwing his entire body in front of the ball. I think we've definitely got the most boring of the games of the 2, as Concordia Chiajna are 3-1 down now in their game, but we've got a chance here. Niaksu forward to Huiban. Plays to the left midfielder Zaharia. Back to Huiban. Buhuescu from the edge of the box, and that's just over the top of the goal. So it's half time. It's 0-0 here, but it's 4-1 to Politehnica Timisoara in the other game. So we are, as it stands, going to be crowned champions today. So we've not made any changes into the second half, and it's a corner for Hermannstadt, and it's cleared off the line by Nick there. Stoica with the header. 60 minutes gone. I think there's a highlight. But I'm going to take Zaharia off at left midfield. Atanas is going to have to come back on because he's the only other option we've got. We'll confirm that sub and then we'll see what's happening in the highlight with Stoica on the ball at the back for Hermannstadt. Gets it back from Konstantin and plays it back to the goalkeeper. He hits it long, but we should have the ball in control with Wallace at centre-back, and we do. He brings it down nicely and plays the ball forward towards Passionel, but that's run in the air by Stoica instead. And now Al Hassan coming forward with the ball for Hermannstadt. Plays that wide right to Buzan. Chance for him to get a ball in. Looking for Balor. It's headed away though, and Rusu can come away with it, the youngster. Konstantin Rusu plays it forward to Buhuescu. Nice through ball from him. Huiban is through on goal. Huiban goes around the keeper, and it's a great save from Lavin. And Niaksu was looking apprehensive at centre midfield, and he's also on a 6.5, so we're going to take him off and bring on Liviu Bajinaru, as we've just conceded a goal. I thought we'd scored a goal. We've just conceded a goal. I missed that because I was doing a substitution. So we'll watch the replay. Mattel with the corner. Towards Oprout at the near post. And he's headed it off the underside of the bar. And it's gone in. So we need to hope that Politehnica Timisoara can keep their 4-1 lead at Concordia Chiajna. but it's a corner for Hermannstadt. Mattel with the ball and uproots there again, but it is cleared and Huiban can come away with it for us. Whether he's going to do anything with it remains to be seen, but he's running down the left-hand side. Can he get a ball into the box? Dragos Huiban pulls it back to Atanas. Now Bajanaru, and that's back to the left-back Nick. I feel like that's not going to come to anything, and it doesn't. Goal kick now. Balbarao hits it long towards Bajanaru, but it never had enough on it and was intercepted by Amajiso. Now Buzan with the ball on the right-hand side towards Balor, and it's 2-0 to Hermannstadt now. Both of the two sides that could have won the league title today are losing their games quite handsomely now. Hopefully, Concordia, I always want to call them Konstantin Chiajna for some reason. Concordia Chiajna, hopefully they're still losing their game because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to turn this around. Long ball from Lavin towards the attackers, but Wallace wins it nicely in the air. Now Passinel's got it for us. Can we get a goal back? There's still 8.5 minutes left of normal time. Rusu's got it on the right-hand side. Plays it into the box. Passinel's there with a header and it's straight at the goalkeeper, and Lavin just gratefully clutches that ball to his chest. It's a long ball from Lavin. It's gone to straight up the pitch to Sintiun, who plays it central towards Gramini. Out wide right now to Mattel, who's got an assist already today. Looking to get another one possibly. Mattel runs down to the byline, pulls it across to Gerklis. Sintian's there in the box, and it's 3-0 to Hermannstadt. Andre Sintian with his 10th goal of the season, and we're having a terrible time out there. I don't know what's going on. I don't think I can take Mitran off either. Well, I can take Mitran off. Okay, so we're taking Mitran off. I don't really know what else to do. Passinel on for Huiban, maybe. Throw the dice. I mean, we've lost the game already, probably. Lalic with the ball forward. This is probably just a highlight because I was making a substitution and isn't going to come to anything. And we can breathe a sigh of relief because the full-time whistle has blown. Despite losing 3-0 here away at Hermannstadt, we are going to be crowned Romanian Liga 2 champions. And it's no less than we deserved. We've had a brilliant season. We did fall away a little bit with a few draws in the middle of it, but we've come back perfectly. And there we go, lifting the trophy up. Fireworks as well, confetti as always. And we are Liga 2 champions. We can look forward to some top-tier Romanian action next season. So there's the final league table. We are top as, well, I've already said, Concordia Chiajna level on points with us, but our results against them were just the thing that tipped it over the edge for us to win the title. Both of us finishing 4 points clear of third place Polytechnica Timisoara, who, alongside Hermannstadt, qualify for the playoffs to try and join us in the top tier next season. And again, praised by the supporters and praised by the board for that league victory. And here is our end of season review. We'll quickly go through this. Transfer wise, there seems to be a lot of transfers here. I'm not sure I made all of them. all of the loans I did. Nenad Lalic, one of our best signings. And Darius Orion, I believe, was already here on loan. He was in the under 18s team, but Lalic is my best signing of the season apparently. Board are delighted that we won Liga 2 this season, of course. This is the final placings apparently. That's after... Is that what it looked like after? Yeah, that's after the first stage of the season. I was a bit confused there. But of course, were top and qualified as champions. Qualified? No, got promoted as champions. And of course, we were knocked out in the 6th round of the Cup, but our board expectation was just to reach the 5th round, so we achieved that as well. Moments to remember, our biggest win was against pretty much already relegated from the start of the season, Astra Giurgiu, 5-1 victory there. Match to remember was a 3-2 win over Polytechnica Iasi, which I don't remember. And goal of the season came from Cosmin Atanas, the loanee, who apparently scored a curled effort from 22 metres against Polytechnica Timisoara. Our best shirt sellers were Popper, Ciperliu, Razdan, Buhawescu and Dragici, despite the fact Dragici barely played for us. And Razdan didn't really play for us either. And then this is apparently our best 11. Balbarao in goal, Orion, Wallace, Beta, Nick, Denos, Bobilescu, Bajanaru, Atanas and Huiban and Buhawescu. I would probably agree with that, to be fair. Nenad Lalic maybe is a shout to replace either Beta or Wallace, but he probably didn't play as many games as them because he came in a bit later in the season. Now for the accolades, of course, I won the Romanian Second League Manager of the Month for November. We've got Fans Player of the Season as Dragos Huiban. Orion is the Young Player of the Season. Top goal scorer also Huiban with 11 goals. Most assists, Huiban with 12 assists. Most Player of the Match awards was Huiban as well with 7. And he also got the highest average rating of 7.6. So Dragos Huiban just cleaning up on the awards. Most passes completed per 90 minutes was Liviu Bajanaru, which I always find a bit of a weird award. No competition awards announced as of yet. Been a few records broken as well. Most goals by a player in a season, most league goals by a player in a season, Dragos Huiban. Most goals by a player in a match was Bogdan Ciperli with 3. Same for most goals by a player in a league match. And Huiban got most assists by a player in a season. Balbarau got most clean sheets by a player in a season with 8. Huiban got most player match awards in the season with 7. Worst discipline was Liviu Bajanaru with 9 yellow cards. Youngest player was Constantin Rusu, who is only 15 years old, who of course played in the last game of the season. Oldest player was 39-year-old Liviu Bajanaru, who's just about old enough to be Constantin's dad. Vasil Buhawescu scored the fastest goal in 1 minute and 6 seconds. Youngest goal scorer was Claudio Danos at 17 years old, and oldest goal scorer was, when he was 38 years old, Liviu Bajanaru. And Sebastian Herrera has given a nice summary of our season. He says it's a superb season for us. Aside from a short spell around October when we dropped to 8th, crept into contention almost unnoticed to become the champions many had predicted them to be. That's not entirely true because we weren't predicted to be champions at all. Now, they want to discuss the club's long-term vision, but that long-term vision has to include a contract for me, surely. Am I just on a rolling contract? It says my contract expires the end of next season now. Bit of a weird one. I'll accept the current vision now to fight bravely against relegation next season. I think that's all we can really hope for. And I think we'll leave it there for this episode and this first season in charge of Steaua Bucharest. It's been a very successful one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you'll join me for our first season in the top tier of Romania as we push to try and win the Champions League and be able to move on with this challenge and go elsewhere. So next episode, I'll be back with the first game of the new season in Liga 1, and we'll go through any transfers that I've made, any sales that have happened, not necessarily sales, just that contracts have expired, because I'm pretty sure the majority of the contracts do expire in June of 2022, but there'll be a lot to go through, no doubt. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out, hit the notification bell to stay notified, and I'll see you next time.